Why does God make every Muslim walk behind Hagar, a woman that was put out of the house of a prophet of God?
Come on, Phil. Go ahead.
I could give you the answer, but I don't have time today.
Go ahead, brother. Come on. Come on, Phil. Come on. Go ahead. Come on, Phil. Preach on.
All of that was a sign. Lot, according to the Bible, having relations with his daughters, upheld by God as a prophet. You know doggone well a prophet of God is not going to lay down with his daughters. But it's a man of God who fathers people into faith, and they are like his own children, but he lays with them and produces children of value. Hell yeah, I know it's it. All you scholars of religion need to go back to school again. How many wives did David have? Talk back to me. You Jews that want to condemn Elijah Muhammad. These are the prophets that you say are your prophets. How many of them had one wife? And wasn't David the prototype of the Messiah?
Prototype. Yes, sir.
And if it was good for David,
Well.
why can't it be good for a man of God
Yes, sir.
if God allows it?
Yes, sir.
And who are you to step in with your silly self? Sleeping with every damn thing you can get a hold to. And don't take care of nothing that you produce. You got a hell of a nerve to talk about Muhammad. And hypocrites. You know, when I get on this subject, I get real angry. Because I see I'm dealing with a bunch of hypocrites who lay down with everything they can get next to and won't support nothing. Elijah Muhammad deserved children, since the children that he fathered from the wife that was faithful to him for all those years, not one of them stood up with him. I'm not his child by blood, but I'm his child by the Spirit. And I will tell my children, I'll tell anybody, I'll never leave what I gain in this world by faith in God to a bunch of faithless damn children who wait around my bedside for me to die so they can split up what I get. That's a damn lie. You won't get nothing from me. I'm telling you what I feel. Not one child of mine will get a morsel of bread from me that disbelieve in me and the God that I serve. To hell with you. What I have belongs to those who believe. Come on. That's my family. You say, oh, you sound harsh. I sound like Jesus.
That's right. That's right.
When they said to him, Master, your mother and your brother are without, and they wish to speak to you. What did Jesus tell them? My mother and my brother is in the temple with me. My mother and my brother are they who do the will of my Father. You don't even know Jesus when you hear him. You don't know him when you see him. Looking 2,000 years too far in the back. I gotta talk to you like this. I said to Mr. Lee, Spike Lee, I said, brother, how are you going to judge Elijah Muhammad? Do you know the Quran?
Go ahead.
What book are you going to judge him out of? That's the book of Muslims.
Yes, sir.
There's no Muslim jurist or scholar that can condemn a Muslim
That's right.
who has wives.
That's right. Allahu Akbar.
But there's no man that is justified in taking wives when you can't support the one you got.
That's right.
There's no man justified in misusing women in the name of something they read in the Bible or in the Quran, where you sit your lazy backside at home and make women get welfare checks to bring home to support your raggedy backside. No. Hell no. I'm sorry, I got stirred up. I'll be all right in a minute. I'll be all right in a minute. I just don't like that. I asked Spike Lee, I said, if Malcolm left Elijah Muhammad because he learned that Elijah Muhammad had wives. See, you don't ask a man, did you have sex with your wife? That's a foregone conclusion. That's what he married for. If I'm married, you don't ask me, are you having sex? But if you want to scandalize me, then you say he had sex with his teenage secretaries. Now that's scandal, and it's mudslinging, and it's vicious, and it's a lie.
Right.
We don't need no white man to marry us to be married. If you don't legitimize us, our babies are bastards. No, you're the only bastard that we ever produced. I'm not trying to cuss, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. A bastard is an illegitimate child. And I'm here to tell anybody that the Caucasian people didn't come on this earth legitimately. They came through a system of grafting. Boy, these microphones ain't saying too much. Truth must be getting real hot. That's why Paul in the New Testament said, you can't boast against the root. You didn't bear the root, but the root bore you. You were grafted in among a wild olive branch. See, white people didn't have this. They were grafted in among the original people, and they started sucking like any graft does. It sucks from the root of what it is grafted into. White folk didn't have no knowledge until our fathers gave it to them. They had no civilization until we taught it to them. They had no religion until we gave it to them. They have been sucking our blood for over 6,000 years. And there's no white person in the audience can argue with me. That don't mean I'm a racist. I just know the truth. Memphis, hang with me a little bit. It couldn't be that Malcolm left Elijah Muhammad for that reason, and then claimed to be a follower of the Prophet of Islam. When God allowed Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to have 9 wives, and one of them was a pre-teenager. Now, while I'm on that subject, to the women in this audience who don't like that, and ain't too many women that like that, brother. No, I've got to say this. And I don't blame a woman for not liking it. Because women have the same nature that we have, in a sense. You don't want to share your wife. So none of them gladly want to share their husband. No. I don't want anybody to think that this is being disrespectful to women. God does not do things like that to disrespect you. This Quran tells the man that one is better for us.
Yes, sir.
One wife is better for us.
Yes, sir.
And it is. We as black men have made merchandise out of our women. And we like to use what's in the Quran and what's in the Bible to just have a bunch of women for sex purpose. That's not what God's purpose is.
Right. Yes, sir.
Let me just digress for 1 minute and talk about God's purpose. Look, this is an unrighteous world.
Right.
We have adopted the path and the ways of wickedness. As a result, we are headed for that destruction which the Bible and Quran say is inevitable.
Right.
The judgment.
Yes, sir.
When God created Adam, the command that he gave Adam was to multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. You a new man on our earth. We want to multiply you. Fill the earth with what comes from you. Christ is the second Adam. So the command that applies to the first Adam applies to the second. He's a righteous man. Therefore, we must multiply him. By word, you accept Christ. You become living Christ-like people. So Paul talks about Christ being formed in you so that he multiplies, so that you don't have one Jesus, you have a million Jesuses, a billion Jesuses, until the whole earth is filled with Jesus Christ. If you understand Jesus, if you understand Muhammad, God loved Muhammad. Please, just bear with me. Muhammad was so loved of God that he had a vision, and in this vision he was carried. And he passed many of the prophets that were before him in time, and he saluted them, Assalamu alaikum. And he was carried right up to the inner sanctum of God, where he met with the last one who stood post at the door, who was escorting him, and it was the angel Gabriel or Jibreel. And Jibreel couldn't carry Muhammad any further. Muhammad went in where no man had ever gone before.